it's a bold shot. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
A T-Rex smashing through a building.
They look pretty good, actually. When it was out the window there, it felt genuinely quite threatening. That was less good, the kind of hovering.
It's not exactly Jurassic World, is it? Like...
Not quite. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Bless you.
Sorry. Thank you.
Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name's Paul, and as always, I'm joined by...
Thomas.
And we're about to dive into another story, the second story of Season 11. This is called Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Now, we've just had this discussion, Thomas and I. I said, is there any chance you could get this up without seeing the title? But you'd already seen it, hadn't you?
I'm afraid so, yeah. Even before we started recording today, as I was just queuing up in iPlayer this... because it's the next story down. I could see it, but I'm going to pretend I didn't see it. And this story is going to be about the invasion of something.
Something, yeah.
And I wonder.
Well, apparently it does say here that because we were talking about this a moment ago, and I was saying I think the title was hidden initially. It says Part 1 had the story title shortened to Invasion to conceal the central plot device. However, this was undermined by Radio Times, which used black and white comic strip style illustrations to accompany the programme listing for Invasion Part 1, showing the Doctor being attacked by a pterodactyl. So
that does put a wanner in the spokes.
It does slightly, doesn't it?
And also not to be confused with The Invasion.
No, yes, exactly. From a great story from the Troughton era, one of my favourites. So
Packer. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. This was broadcast on the 12th to the 16th. Sorry, 12th of January to 16th of February. I've not got the year here. Okay, so I was going to say, yeah.
70...
I've missed that off. 74?
4?
Must be. Yeah, 74. It's 12th of January to the 16th of February 1974. Written by Malcolm Holt, directed by Paddy Russell. This is a bit of a funny story. I think I've probably only seen this story once. I think it's a six-parter. But for a long time, it didn't. It was only in black and white. So like some of the things have been lost. Their colour. It says the 625 line PAL colour transmission master videotapes for the serial was scheduled to be wiped and reused, but only that for Invasion Part 1 was raised. The serial remained incomplete in the BBC archives until 1983, when a 16mm black and white telerecording of Invasion Part 1 was found and returned. Broadcast in January 74, Invasion Part 1 was one of the latest Doctor Who episodes to have been junked by the BBC. Yeah, so there you go. It is the only black and white telerecording from the third Doctor's era which has yet to be manually recolorised due to the chroma lots being incomplete. I think this must be slightly old info because I'm pretty sure this is all going to be in colour.
Yes.
So it'd be interesting because the Invasion of the Dinosaurs is one of those slightly funny ones where I there's a lot of funny stuff that's gone on around it. I don't know all the ins and outs about it, so maybe in the comments someone could let us know. But I think as well, it'd be worth, I think after we finish this story, it'd be worth, I think there is a bit on YouTube with the updated special effects. It'd be worth having a look at that as well as maybe a bit of bonus content. So we'll remind ourselves when we get there. So I'm quite looking forward to watching this because, like I say, I've probably only seen it once.
Okay.
And I don't really know much about it. So I couldn't remember, I won't be able to tell you what's going to happen in each episode. I won't have a real inkling of what's coming, apart from the odd thing. But, so I'm coming to this quite fresh. So there we go, Invasion.
Nice. Very interesting. Ooh, where's that?
Somewhere on the Thames, yeah?
Oh, of course. Big Ben.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Just down the road from St Thomas's, is it, hospital?
Very quiet. They must have filmed this early in the morning.
This has got Dalek Invasion of Earth feel.
Yeah, I was going to say 28 days later.
Yeah, exactly. That's it, though. Isn't it such a good aesthetic straight away?
It is, yeah.
Deserted London.
Because I know 28 days later they had to film it, sort of those bits, kind of, yeah, very early
Early
in
on
the
a,
morning, and
on
tell
a Sunday or
people
something.
not to walk across the shot and stuff.
I'm really looking forward to seeing 28 years later.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and
Trailer
Danny
looks really
Boyle
good.
directing it. Yeah, it's going to be great.
This is a great atmospheric start, isn't it?
It is kind of
Like a
eerie. We haven't.
post-apocalyptic kind of feel.
Yeah.
I wonder if Danny Boyle took his inspiration from Invasion of the Dinosaurs episode 1.
Well, it's possible, isn't it? Wait, because Danny Boyle directed the Olympic opening ceremony, didn't he? The 2012.
Yeah.
Did he get any Doctor Who references into that? I'm trying to
I
remember.
don't know. Let us know if you can remember anyone.
Because they had Mr. Bean, they had so many, they had James Bond, they had
James
so many
Bond.
iconic British things. I wonder if they snuck a TARDIS in somewhere.
Must have been. Yeah.
Ah, there's first sign of a dinosaur. Pterodactyl. And remember, Paul, helicopter is a helicopter. They look pretty good, actually. When it was out the window there, it felt genuinely quite threatening. That was less good, the kind of hovering.
It's not exactly Jurassic World, is it? Like,
Not quite. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
bless you.
Sorry. Thank you. Oh, nice. That's quite well done, actually.
I mean, it's a bold shot. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
A T-Rex smashing through a building. I mean, obviously the T-Rex looks terrible. But they've given it a go.
They've given it a good go. Sort of Godzilla-esque, isn't it?
Yeah, it does have a Godzilla type feel, doesn't it? I think as a kid you wouldn't care, would you?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, what else would
And
be
it
out at
kind
this
of
kind of
has
time?
a retro charm to it. Is it a puppet or stop motion? It looks like a puppet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't look jerky enough to be stop motion. That is quite an outro.
Yep.
Yes, well, we've gone from the rather sort of grounded, gritty feel of the previous story to kind of more fun, kind of slightly over the top, arguably slightly ridiculous, but ambitious and still kind of very well done dinosaur story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I find it interesting. Invasion of the Dinosaurs, I don't think has a particularly good reputation because of the terrible dinosaur effects. But I would argue that apart from the dinosaurs, the rest of it, I mean, which might be
Central threat.
a central threat of the story. Apart from the dinosaurs, the general feel of the story I really like. That the beginning with sort of the deserted London, and also as they're just there, I was thinking, sort of as they're driving through the streets, they're very sort of, although they're sort of quite generic, it's very recognisable sort of London sort of streets, isn't it? Like suburban areas. And I think that makes it feel more like there's a threat to Earth. It feels like, if you're a kid watching that,
Yeah.
you could walk down the street you could go and walk just a few blocks away from where you live and see roads that look like that and imagine that dinosaurs are invading, and you go to the park and play Dinosaurs, like Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
That's very true. Yeah, it does tap into the kind of local vibes, doesn't it? Like you'd see
Yeah,
that on the TV and be like, oh, that's just round the corner.
yeah, it looks like where you live, and it's the classic thing about Jon Pertwee, as we've said a few times, is his quote about it's more scary to find a sort of Yeti on the loo in Tooting Bec than being somewhere on some other planet, and I think that definitely holds here. And I just and I think obviously I'm not suggesting that Invasion of the Dinosaurs is on a level with 28 Days Later, but it has those kind of similar vibes of that apocalyptic disaster type thing that's happened in deserted roads. I think looks really good.
Yeah, yeah.
And just moments of like that car crash with the guy. I mean, quite graphic, really, for Doctor Who to see something like that. Probably one of the most graphic things we've seen so far.
I'd agree.
And I like the T-Rex. As we said, the T-Rex bursting through the building, even though they're struggling to make that hold up. The actual idea of having a T-Rex bursting through a building with soldiers shooting it and throwing grenades at it is it's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, it was a good miniature in the building because it gelled with the shots of the soldiers pretty nicely, didn't it?
Yeah.
The dinosaur itself looks a little bit weak, but overall
the T-Rex
was pretty impressive.
Because the problem is the T-Rex doesn't really look anything like how you think a T-Rex should look.
Yeah, and I think when you're doing it in broad daylight, it's not gonna look great, is it? Whereas if it was mainly set kind of in the evening or at night, and you just saw glimpses, they might have got away with it a bit more.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the updated special effects look like on this one.
Could be even worse in some ways if it's
that's
CGI'd.
Well, it absolutely doesn't always come off, does it? So
yeah.
Yeah, but I've really enjoyed that, and I like I said, I've liked the Doctor and Sarah Jane's kind of banter, their sort of relationship and the camaraderie they've got going on.
Yeah.
Pertwee just feels completely. I mean, we've said this in previous seasons, completely at ease in the role. I mean, what is he in now? Is this his fourth season we're into?
Yeah, was it season 7? He started
7? Season 7 was his first, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Wow.
Hang on, no.
Fifth?
Fifth, yeah. Because what was he? What one's? Is that right? Surely that can't be right. First season was like Inferno and stuff, and second season was Terror of the Autons, the Master season. And this third season was.
Yeah. Season 7 began with Spearhead from Space. And
season
9.
8. What was season 8? What was in season?
Season 8 was all this good stuff. Ended with the demons.
That was the Master season, wasn't
the
it?
Master season. Season 9.
Season
Curse
9.
of Peladon. Oh boy.
Yes.
Sea Devils.
Yeah, lots of good stuff in there as well, though.
Season 10,
of course.
3 Doctors.
And then, of course,
Frontier in Space.
Yeah. So I mean, he is absolutely at home in the role, isn't he?
He is.
There's no two ways about it. But I think he still feels very good in the role.
Totally. It feels like he could just keep on going, doesn't it? As the Doctor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You wouldn't get bored of him.
No, and it does feel fresh, I think, as well, with, like we said, the sort of slight change in the intros, the credits, having Sarah Jane as a new companion gives it a new direction. So I think it's working well for me.
Totally. Yeah, all good stuff.
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
Any other thoughts?
No.
Yeah, no. Well, guys, let us know what you think of this story. Interesting to hear if you think it can kind of get past the maybe slightly dodgy dinosaur effects, and if you can look past that, is it actually an underrated gem? We'll
Jurassic Park or Jurassic Pork?
I'll be opening new pork market. Liz Truss. But yes, and do subscribe to stay in the loop with our videos. Do join our Discord, and you can check out Patreon for the full commentary tracks. But thanks a lot, Paul.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
See you, everyone. Bye.